I hope you brought your drink and your opinion because it's time for the Just Thembi Show.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Just Thembi Show. I've got my drink, so I hope you brought yours. I'm sipping on some liquid wine today, so let's get right into my take on some of the things I saw on the feed this week. So Jay-Z performed a 3-night residency at Yankee Stadium in New York, and he opened the first night with a haircut and Beyonce. See, I just knew he was gonna cut his hair, and I was hoping for it. And you know who else knew? Dame Dash. He knew. He told us. He said what he said was gonna happen is exactly what happened.
Jay, when you do Yankee Stadium, I need you to get a Caesar. I need you to put the Yankee hat on and do the thing to the side. That's what we want to see. We want to see chuckers. We want to see some jewelry.
Oh, I just know he's putting his teeth back in his mouth right now, talking about some. I told you so. I told you so. And listen, I don't blame him because listen, I'll say I told you so too. I will say, guys, I'm so happy the locks are gone. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way, but I'm very happy we're back to the locust Jesus with the deep waves. It's crazy to think that the whole world knows Jay-Z with like a fresh cut, and his children only know him with hair. Like, isn't that crazy to think about? Until now, they didn't know this version of him physically. And it's like Blue and them really just had no idea that what their mama really likes is the low cut Caesars with the deep waves. That's been stuck in my head all weekend since I saw him come out with the short hair. So, Sean, Mr. Carter, if you're watching, don't grow it back, okay? Anyway, the show starts with a clip of Beyonce shaving Jay-Z's head. Everyone's going crazy. You know, he's rapping, da, 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 and then she comes out looking good and sounding even better. Miss Girl she was looking good. And then she was also kind of giving Miss Tina tease, like she's her mom's daughter for real. Like, if you couldn't see it before, everything about her outfit, her hair, her makeup. So there goes Beyonce. She's singing, she's feeling it. She tells everybody, give it up for my baby. Then she kisses him. Then she tells him, oh, I love you so much. Then she throws up the rock. The crowd goes crazy. And I'm just like, oh, she loves that man. She loves that man for real. And I saw some people say, why wouldn't he bring up Mary J. Blige? She sang the original song that Beyonce performed with him. And first of all, Mary has her own residency going on in Vegas, and she was performing that night. And even if she wasn't, if I'm Jay-Z and I can bring out the biggest, baddest artist in the world for free and have her at my fingertips because she's my wife, yeah, I'm bringing her out every single time over Mary, over anybody, point blank, period. Honestly, if I'm Jay-Z, I'm bringing her out every 2 seconds just because I can. There's no other artist right now who can literally just have Beyonce pop out at their concert. No one, except for Jay-Z. So yes, why not? Blue Ivy came out and she was playing the piano. Listen, we love a talented family. Nas came out. Listen, it was apparently a really big night for New York, and New York's been having a great couple months. I'm not mad at it. I wish I was having a New York summer right now, to be honest. He brought out Pharrell and Eminem for night 2, and night 3 would have happened by the time this episode comes out. But I hope, and I might be reaching a little bit, but I hope he brings out Kanye West. Like, wouldn't that just be so epic? All things considered, where they are in life right now, that might be bigger than him bringing out B and cutting his hair combined. I'm just saying. And let me tell you something. If Jay-Z was really about it, he would bring out Lil Mama. He'd bring out Lil Mama. Young Miami Spend Dat is the song of the summer, and everyone is all of a sudden mad about it.
Where are my scamming ass niggas at?
So India.Arie and a few other people got on the internet and basically shared that they feel as though the song Spend Dat and the messaging in that song and songs like it are, bringing Black people down and not moving us forward. Now, I understand the argument. There's a time and a place for the argument, but I feel like it's just a song that people are vibing to, that's catchy, that's a good time, and it's not that serious. I get it. I get the conversation that's trying to be had. I think it's an important conversation to be had, but I don't think it's fair to put that weight on young Miami. She just got here. If we're keeping it real, she just got here. Talk to everyone else who's been here so that if that's really the stance people want to take, the newcomers who are just getting here are taking a different route. Leave Carisha alone. And I like Carisha a lot because my friend and I were just talking about this, but the industry and social media is at an all-time high where it either makes or breaks an artist in both public perception and possibly perception of themselves. So Young Miami's got this resilience that is really keeping her winning. And what I mean by that is when we were introduced to the City Girls, everyone loved her and they praised her for holding the group down while JT was in jail, right? And then all of a sudden, JT gets out of jail, everyone starts hating her. And they're saying, oh, she's bringing the group down. She doesn't know how to rap. JT should go solo. Then everyone was like, oh, I know that's right. When she initially got with Diddy, she was getting more opportunities. She had an elevated luxury lifestyle. She got a whole talk show out of it. Like everyone was eating that up. And then Puff Daddy goes to jail, but everyone's hating Kalisha. They hated her for his sins after he went to jail based on his actions. And people, including her own friends, she says, were happy to see her kind of heading towards rock bottom. Then in between all that, everyone's still dragging her for the different things she's doing or trying to put out music and stuff like that. Then boom, Spend That comes out. Initially, they try not to like it. They try to count her out. But like she said, they can't count. They can't count. But the song is good and cannot be ignored. That people were like, yes, Carisha, spend that shit. Spend that shit. Spend That takes over the entire summer. Men, women, kids, elders, everybody singing that song and enjoying it for the likable hit it is. And now, boom, everyone wants to drag her again for saying we're bringing the Black community backwards. Like, guys, like, calm down. Everyone relax. Relax. Mind you, this is Young Miami's highest charting song ever, including her songs with the City Girls. I'm just saying, give credit where it's due. Give credit where it's due, guys. God doesn't like ugly. And I really hope the song gets to number 1 on the Hot 100, or at the very least cracks the top 10. I think she deserves it. So that's my wish for her. So keep going, Carisha. Because one thing about it, after everything we just went over, she's going to come out on top because God's favor does not favor ugly, especially when you're just a really good and unproblematic person at your core. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Yeah. Spin that shit. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are officially husband and wife. Congratulations to the Kelces. I wonder if she's going to take his last name. Or maybe she'll take his last name and he'll take hers. So it'll be Travis Swift and Taylor Kelce. Ooh. I think she'll keep her last name. I'm actually interested to see what's she gonna do with that. Everyone vote. Like, let me know, what do you think? Is Taylor gonna take Travis's last name, or you think she's gonna keep it as Taylor Swift? Or do you think she would keep it as Taylor Swift as her entertainment name, but legally change it to Taylor Kelce? Or will it be Taylor Swift Kelce? Or Taylor Kelce Swift? Whose idea was it for the women to take the men anyway? Anyway, they got married in New York at Madison Square Garden and reportedly had 1,000+ guests attend the wedding. According to Entertainment Tonight, the actual venue was never confirmed, and some guests didn't even find out until they were already in the car. Like, that would stress me out because where are we going? Where are we going? I'm in the car and I don't know where I'm going. Guests apparently also received a QR code at 4 a.m. on the wedding day with mandatory instructions to Madison Square Garden. And apparently, if they deviated from the route, their car wouldn't be allowed in. But I'm like, how do you know that I deviated? Like, how do you know that I took a left here instead of a right? Like, how are they keeping track of all of that? But I just can't stop thinking 1,000 people. And then Madison Square Garden, my initial thought was like 1,000 people is a lot of people for a wedding. Most people want the people who are closest to them, most intimate, or whatever. 1,000 just seems like a lot for a wedding on one hand. On the other hand, the more I thought about it, I was like, I once planned a birthday party where the guest list was just a little bit over 100 people, but that was just for a birthday party. So when you think about a wedding, and then I started thinking about their careers before you even get to the family part. Travis plays football, and I did some research, and apparently in the NFL, there's like 53 people on a football team. So in the event, let's just say he extended the invitation to everyone on his team, that's 53 people. And if they're all extended a plus one because they can afford to do that, that's over 100 people just for his teammates. That doesn't even include his coach, his trainers, his agent, if he has a relationship. And they're plus ones. That's just for Travis. And then you think about Taylor, she's had this long career, all these years, and assuming there's a relationship there, she might want to invite her background dancers, her background singers, her publicist, her manager, all these people, they're plus ones. And then you consider their actual family, media family, extended family, cousins, nieces, nephews, their partners, their actual friends, partners, like, okay, I can see how we could get to 1,000. So when I thought about it that way, I was like, yeah, you know what? That kind of makes sense. And honestly, they can afford it. So why not? Why not? Who knows what you do if you had an endless amount of funds to throw a wedding? And I'll say this, whether you think it's too many people or not, those are the right 1,000 people to invite, because while they confiscated, phones and smartwatches upon arrival, not one slip of a photo or descriptive details or really like inside information about what her dress looked like no real details or images or anything have slipped to the media or social media about the biggest pop star in America's wedding. Yeah, they invited the right people. Say what you want, those were the right 1,000 people to invite. I'm looking forward to seeing her dress, how they dressed up Madison Square Garden as the venue. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing all those things once they finally share. Congrats to Taylor and Travis. That's all for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Click the link in the description box if you want to leave me a voice message, ask me a question, or literally just share anything. Appreciate you for watching, and cheers till next time.
How about that? Bring it